Hey guys, welcome back to another artful video. In today's video, I'm drawing in a few pages in the Create This Book by Mariah Elizabeth. So it's a part 2. I was feeling down about my art again, so I felt like this was a perfect opportunity to draw some prompts provided randomly. Well, sort of randomly. I went to a few close family and friends and then asked them for a random number between 1 and 227. Whatever number they picked, I will go to the page and draw whatever prompt that they provide. The first page was number 7, which landed me on, and I quote, create a monochrome. Choose one color, use only that color to decorate this page. So I went through my colored pencils and chose violet because it was the first color that called to me. It's not because I love everything that's related to purple or anything. I went with colored pencils, Prisma colored pencils, since it was the least messiest medium, and plus I could start right away without prepping anything. I was also not in the mood for art as the depressed emo kid that I am, usually. I just wanted to relax and just sketch like I used to do when I was in school. So I just drew whatever came to mind, which was a flower. Then I looked up inspirations and I saw a sort of party balloon decoration set that had like flowers in it. Different balloons with random sizes, shades, and items in it, like confetti. I have been noticing lately that I do not take the time out for my art anymore. I used to sketch for hours, taking my sweet time. Nowadays, especially since I got like an iPad, I just draw fast and do not put any time into it. I would complain about my art, comparing it to young kids who literally draw a masterpiece when they were only drawing for like 4 years. So much for drawing for 10 years. Ugh. On a real note, I didn't start taking my art seriously until like the beginning of 2020. So it kind of makes sense. Still, I would love to step up my game and create awesome pieces like these amazing artists. Well, not in this video. I just wanted to let loose. Behold my artwork in its truest form. I know my work here is not the best, but it's okay because it's just a warm-up to get like the creativity going, to get me out of like the artist block. Once I started with the balloons, I maintained the party theme until I wanted to add something different. So I threw a cat in there, but I didn't like that he was floating, so I put a small little table for him. Then I wanted to draw characters, so I threw in these 2 little hideous kids, if I may add. I messed up the faces pretty badly, especially the one on the lower right. I literally had to white it out because it was so bad. It was to the point where it was not savable, so I had to restart it. I just pulled out a Posca, a white one, to white it out. There is a slight difference in the whites of the page and the whites in the Posca, if I've noticed, but don't pay attention to that. In the end, it turned into a party that seems to be for the cat, and the children are just like worshiping this cat that's sitting on a pedestal with a crown in like some weird way. I don't know, but it's fun and cute. A little messy, but I love that drawing, and I love that I actually made a 2-page spread, which is not very common because I usually just end the drawing with just a character usually, and I recently just started doing like colored shapes in the background to add some kind of diversity in the back. So I'm really proud of myself for that page. Well, it's the next day. You can probably tell by the lighting change. I don't like the camera light that my phone provides because it kind of whites out the artwork, so you can't really see it well or see it in its true color. So why not go with an artist's best friend, natural light, the sun? which I rarely get because my desk and drawers are blocking the window or the clouds block the sun. So I took an opportunity today because it was a nice, shiny, weathered day. This is page 100. Create instructions, write a detailed instructions for a very simple everyday task. Include diagrams if necessary. Which I just straight up just drew diagrams because I wanted to draw. I really did not want to write. I went with my Prismacolor pencils again because I'm feeling a bit lazy and been obsessed with color pencils. For this prompt, I kind of went off the actual instructions a bit and decided to draw instructions for how to dye eggs, which is not an everyday thing. But I was thinking, since it was like Easter time, I might as well draw something Easter related. So why not? I literally followed a wikihow instructions diagram thing, but I made my own version to it because sometimes they put too simple images on there. Maybe I added a tiny bit more detail. By the way, how was everyone's Easter? Leave it in the comments down below. For my Easter, it was kind of okay. I had cars flipping in the side of the street, blocking the whole street. Then he got arrested, which was a really weird thing. Oh yeah, my Easter egg car magnets were stolen, so yeah. On a real note, it wasn't as bad as you think. Despite that, these two facts that I threw in there, I was able to dress up the car as a bunny with ears, a nose, and a fluffy little tail for like 2 days. I was so happy driving around in that for some reason. It was like something so small, but I just loved it because it was something different and exciting. Everyone else loved it too. It brought like a smile to everybody's faces when they saw it because they weren't expecting it, despite that it was Easter. Don't worry, I put the ears, tails, and nose away before the Easter egg thief comes back to try and take them again. I wonder what they did with the egg magnets. I have a feeling they sold it for adult beverages or something. Plus, on a huge positive note, my fiance was able to find an apartment, so now we may be moving out pretty soon this year, which I'm super excited for. I don't sound that excited. Sorry, I sound so mellow. I finally can get my own space away from my family. The space is not huge, but it's a start because I would have more time to myself to make more videos more often without someone walking in every 2 seconds ruining my audio. And maybe I could also do videos that have more of my voice in it while I'm actually doing the video instead of just a voiceover. Back to the drawing instructions. Nothing really to say. It's kind of self-explanatory. My handwriting is trash though. And the book would not stay closed to save my life. I literally had to put my pencil tin on top of it to keep it semi-flat. So maybe in the future I might do what like a Mariah did, drew it on a separate page and then put it in. And I'll be able to do like acrylics or watercolor in it, which is kind of cool. The next number is 15. This time I chose the number. I chose it because everyone was kind of busy, so I didn't get a number response in time. I wanted to do 3 pages this day. This page was create a pet. Make this page into a pet. Don't forget to give it a name. I semi-followed this prompt, but I didn't really. I just wanted to draw my 2 little furry babies, Lori and Cleo. So I'm kind of sort of doing the pet prompt, but not doing the pet prompt. I'm drawing a real pet and not creating one. Even though I should probably create one. That would be kind of cool. I'll probably do that later and show it in the next one. Plus, this gives me a reason to redraw an Inktober drawing of Lori and make a matching set by making a Cleo version. I'm planning to turn these 2 into stickers soon so they can be available to buy if you have a similar looking furry baby. So keep an eyeball out on my Redbubble. These 2 pieces took a bit of time because I wanted to take my time with the color pencils and try to make the colors as solid and smooth as I could. When I tell you my fingers were dying from cramps, it's maybe because I'm an inexperienced with color pencils and I don't use them that much. so my hand was probably not used to it. So I had to like shake away the pain a few times while drawing this, and it was only like an hour. However, in the end, it was totally worth it. I love how Lori came out. Her eye is a tiny bit wonky, but it's still an improvement from the last one from Inktober. It kind of looked like magic when I used the blending pencil tool to blend the black in to get rid of the white specks. And when I added another layer of black pencil to get even more of a solid, smooth black color, it looked even more magical. You could tell I'm kind of a noob at color pencils, right? I kind of felt like an expert for a tiny bit, but I bet you that the expert color pencil artists, they were so not happy to see my noobish techniques. However, it's fine because I'm just doing it for fun, and I learn along the way when I'm doing that. I also used a white pencil to get a nice light gray for the little paw pads, or as I like to call them, my little dark coffee beans. God, I love how they came out. I just want to poke at the little beans. Finally, I added some Poscas to add some shine, because in a solid color, she doesn't shine as much, and it also makes her eyes pop more. Cleo was a little more difficult to draw because she is a tabby cat, so she has a whole bunch of stripes, and she is a mix of black and cool grays, with a tiny bit of brown or beige. So obviously I want these colors, but I did go on a fun route and added some pink stripes underneath the black. However, I focused on her face marks more because this is what defines her to me. At least that's what I noticed when I first see her. She has the look of like a little dolly face with her big old eyes, but with a hint of a slight sad look. It's kind of weird. She looks kind of sad if you stare at her for too long. It's mostly because she's curious and she's just looking around. She also has these black stripes around her eye that look like she has like eyeliner. That makes her have like a slight Egyptian vibe with a tiny bit hint of like an Indian vibe. Hint why her name is Cleo, which is short for Cleopatra. Then she has like this white lines around her eyes that sort of remind me of a technique that makeup artists use when they put like white eyeliner in their waterline to like whiten and brighten their eyes. However, she seems to also have like black eyeliner too as well, so I don't know how to describe that. Sort of maybe like white eye makeup, I guess. Eyeshadow, concealer. I'm not a makeup artist. Her fur is so complex, but so pretty. Don't get me wrong, I love my solid black cat Lori. She is simple and beautiful, but I gotta appreciate the complex pattern on Cleo's fur. I was going to draw a third cat, but I believe there was not enough room for another cat in the sphere. So I didn't just want to squeeze it in and make it look weird. I had a white cat as well, but I'll draw him somewhere else, and also I was super done with this page too, so maybe see him in a future video somehow. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed these few pages. I may stick to the 3-page per post type of thing like Mariah did. Other than that, I'm having fun with the random prompts. Plus, it's great practice. I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye bye!